G'day! In today's video, I've got a Lenovo Thinkpad, I believe it's an X1 Ultrabook, which I'll find out in just a second and you guys will be able to see. I'll zoom in down here. A Thinkpad X1 Yoga, first generation. So this particular one is coming in to get a replacement fan. So to begin with, we need a Phillips head screwdriver. Let's take out the various screws that are here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 screws in total. And the screws themselves don't actually come out of the cover. They will stay in there. And also with the new fan, we'd also need new thermal paste. Now, I'm not 100% sure if your replacement fan will come with the copper cooler like mine did. But being the price of them, they're relatively cheap. So I'd probably go off the copper cooler if you can. As that may save some time. Save some time. And I miss a screw. No. Good and good. Thin metal pry tool. In a gap. There we go. Now I'll change that to a plastic pry tool. Slide it around. And you may need to take out the pen. Probably not too necessary, but give it a go. And we are in. So from here, put your metal or the back bottom cover off. And now, next up, after a quick overview of the board, so I'm assuming under here, bingo, we have Wi-Fi card, M.2 NVMe, so daughter board to the USBs going down here. We have HDMI, USB. We do have a connector hidden under here, by the looks of it. No. I believe front facing speakers, or audio connected for the speakers. One located here. Another daughter board here for the power button and volume up and down. Headphone jack. Battery is pretty decent. 52 watt hours. Nothing really down the front at all. So I'll continue along. Another speaker. Another daughter board with USB, display port. I believe another display port and power. Here we have I believe it's a 4G modem by everyone's favorite tech company, Huawei. Looking here, which seems odd, we have what looks to be a video connector. We have a SIM card slot here. I say video connector, but I am slightly confused as on the other side there is also another one. So I'm assuming it may be a digitizer connector. Yeah, no, I'm not too sure on that one. And along the board here, RAM is not upgradable on this model. But first of all, we're going to disconnect the battery. If I can get my nail in there. There we go. Up and back. Disconnected. Personally, I don't really believe it should be too necessary to replace or disconnect the battery for a fan replacement. This is one very worn fan here. Let's compare coolers. looking pretty good. So looking on here, the actual replacement fan is plastic welded into position. So there's no actual screws for it, so you can't physically unscrew it, which definitely is annoying. But we'll proceed on anyway. Zoom down here. We have this little connector here to flick up. There we go. From there, we've also disconnected an antenna cable. Might as well disconnect the other one while I'm here. That is an Intel wireless card, that one. Model number 8260NGW. Undo that. Now, all we really need to do is undo these 4 Phillips head screws that are also still remain in the cooler itself. And a bit of wiggling should get us up. There we go. And we're out. So I'll put some new thermal paste on here. The iGPU doesn't look like it has any thermal paste on it, but the CPU itself does. Actually, going by the distance, it's not actually covered. So from here I'm going to use some isopropyl on there and wipe it up with a tissue. There we go, nice and clean. So from here you probably want to test fit your replacement cooler just to make sure it will go into the general location that it should exist. Okay. It does annoy me that they could have extended the cooler or even moved this part slightly further down to here and it would have covered the iGPU. Anyway. There we go. And from here I'm going to flip it over. Screw it into position. Just loosely to begin with, while everything else gets arranged into a position. Just make sure that sits right. Next up I want to focus on is this connector here. Which in my current tweezers is slightly difficult. There we go, these ones are slightly better. There we go. So you do want to get the white line in there and just pull down. Next is reconnecting the antenna cables. You should just be able to line them up. Tend to wiggle them around just slightly, just a little bit, before pushing down with some force. There we go, that's clicked on. Strangely, the auxiliary aerial is considerably smaller in thickness compared to the primary, which is not normally the case. There we go, that's on. Usually the way that I see that they are connected is by pushing them just slightly, which causes them to swivel. Great. Back over to here, and I'm just going to tighten these ones up all the way. And there is a debate on which way to tighten these up first. Usually I do the casual method of that's tight enough. Go. Next up is reconnecting the battery. Over the slide it over the collar here and then push down. There we go. So this fan here is fairly buggered and fairly noisy. So from here, like that, need to put the cover back over it. This doesn't really need to exist on there, but I'll put it back. And next up from here, with the battery reconnected, fan connected, Wi-Fi connected, screws screwed down, all it's really left to do is put the back cover back on and screw it into position. So I usually massage it around, push it lightly all around it. And go through and do the 9 screws that are there. Put the pen back in. Then from here, pen wants to go back in. There we go. You should have successfully replaced the fan and copper cooler on your Thinkpad X1 Yoga laptop. Hope this helps you, and I'll see you on another video. Bye.